Everyone, my name is Adenike. You are welcome to day 16 of this challenge. Today we'll be looking at the lookup functions. We have two functions under this lookup. We have the H lookup and the V lookup. We are going to be looking at it one after the other. The first one we'll be looking at is the V lookup function. What is the purpose of this V lookup function? It looks up a value in a table by matching on the first column. Now, what is the syntax? Remember, before you start a formula in an Excel, it must start with an equal to sign. The syntax is equal to VLOOKUP. The first value is your lookup value. You need your lookup value, your table array, your column index number, and the range lookup. The range lookup is optional. Now, when we say your lookup value, the value to look for in the first column of the table. Mind you, your lookup value must be on the first column. When I say the first column of your table, like this sheet now, this second sheet we have column A, B, C, D, and so on. When I say your lookup value must be on the first column, your lookup value must be on column A. If your lookup value is not on this column, then VLOOKUP will not work. So that is it. Then your table array. The second one is the table array. When we say your table array, the table from which to retrieve the value from. Then the third one is the column index number. The column in the table from which to retrieve a value or your data. If your value or the data you want to retrieve is on column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the rest. So when we do the example, you are going to understand better. And the last one is the lookup range. This is optional. True means the approximate match. Then false means the exact match. Now, one thing I want you to note in VLOOKUP is this. VLOOKUP searches vertically and not horizontally. The difference between the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP is that VLOOKUP searches vertically and the HLOOKUP searches vertically. So let's head down to Excel. Let's look at an example so that we can understand better. Here with me, this data set, we have the customer ID, the row ID, order date, ship mode, the customer name, the segment, the country, the city, the state, the postal code, region, product ID, and the rest. And I prepare another sheet for us to practice our VLOOKUP. So this sheet, we have the customer ID, we have the customer name, the ship mode, the city, and the postal code. Now here we are provided with the customer ID, and we have to look for the customer name, the ship mode, the city, and the postal code on our master list. I call this a master list. This superstore list, I call it a master list. Why this is a VLOOKUP list. So here we are provided with the customer ID. We have to look for the customer name, the ship mode, the city, and the postal code. And we are going to be using VLOOKUP. But do you know that we can just go to the master list here and get the customer ID, which is the CG12520. Then we come here, we have the CG12520, then get the customer name. The customer name here is Clear Goods. We can just copy and paste. We can just copy from here, then paste it here. We can do it like that. But what if we are provided with large data sets and we have to guess this, maybe like 20,000 data sets? Will you be doing copy and paste? Believe me, you will spend like 2 days before you can finish that. So that is where VLOOKUP is there to help us. So the first thing is to convert this to a table. So let's convert this to a table. Showing is because I have already converted this to a table. So you can do that also. Alright, let's go. Now I have this data set. This is the master list and this is the VLOOKUP list. Okay, we have this customer ID. We have already been provided with customer ID, and we have to get the customer name, the ship mode, the city, and the postal code of this customer ID. So let's do it using the VLOOKUP. Don't forget our syntax Our syntax for this is equal to VLOOKUP, your lookup value, which is the customer ID, array, your table array, which is our master list, then column index. Now let's go. So we have to type on the formula bar so that we can see the formula clearly. Equal to VLOOKUP. Now what is our lookup value? Our lookup value is CG12520, which is this customer ID, comma. What is our table array? The table array is the table where we want to retrieve the data from, which is our master list. We want to retrieve it from here. Okay, sorry, this has to pop up because, okay, a master list. And because I've already converted this into table, it just brings out the master list for me, comma. Then what's index number? Index number. This customer ID on the master list, what is the column number? Let's take a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our column index number is 7, comma. Then I told you that this range lookup is optional. You might choose to add it or leave it. So we are looking for the exact match, not the approximate match this time around. We are looking for the exact match. So I click on false. Then you close your bracket. Remember to close the bracket. And you press enter. And now we have our customer name within seconds. So let's try this on the ship mode also. Equal to VLOOKUP. What is our lookup value, which is still our customer ID, comma. Then what is our table array? Master list, comma. Our column index number. What is ship mode column number on the master list? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. So our column index number is 6. This time around, I'm not going to add the range lookup so that we can see that it worked without the range lookup. I'm just going to close the bracket and press enter. And that's it. We have our ship mode here. Okay, we're having error formula here. I will treat that later. Let's move to postal code. Postal code equal to VLOOKUP. By now we should know the syntax. The lookup value, which is our customer ID. Then our table array is a master list, comma. Now what is our column index number? What is postal code column number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have it to be 12. Then I close the brackets without adding the range. And we have our postal code also. We are also having error formula. I don't know why we are having this, but I'm going to check that later. So that is it on a VLOOKUP. It's very simple. It's just for you to follow the syntax. Now let's talk about HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP functions. What is the function of HLOOKUP? It's look up a value in a table arranged horizontally. Like I said before, I said the difference between HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP is HLOOKUP searches horizontally while VLOOKUP searches vertically. Now let's look at the syntax of HLOOKUP. Very similar to VLOOKUP. We have the lookup equals to HLOOKUP, your lookup value, your table array. By now we know our lookup value, what lookup value means. Your table array, that is the table which you want to retrieve the data or value from. Then your row index and range lookup. Remember, your range lookup is optional. So let's do some example on HLOOKUP also. Here I have this data set. I have the product code, which is PRD1 to 6. I have the bookstore 1, bookstore 2, bookstore 3, and I prepare another sheet here. Here we have the book 1 inventory, bookstore 1 inventory, bookstore 2 inventory, bookstore 3 inventory. So we want to get the bookstore 1 for PRD2, and we can simply come here and do copy and paste. Bookstore 1, we have PRD2, we have 150, and just copy and paste here. But what if we have large data sets? That is why HLOOKUP is there. Now let's try our HLOOKUP. The first thing, remember your equal to sign, because this is a formula. Equal to HLOOKUP. Now what is our lookup value? Our lookup value here is PRD2, which is this, comma, what is our table array? Our table array is from the master inventory list. That is where we want to get our value. I have converted it to table, so I'm going to type master. Now here comes the difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Now if I just type master here, it will give me error. Let's just try it. Comma, there are row index number. Now this is row index number and not column index number. Row index number here we have for bookstore 1 under PRD2 is 2. This is 1, 2. Our row index number is 2. Then whether it is true or false, we need the exact match, which is false. Remember, you can choose not to add it. You see, we have error. You know why? Because HLOOKUP does not understand master. HLOOKUP wants you to break it down. Whether we have different column under master, so you need to specify it. So when you click on master or whatever thing you name your table, go ahead and open a square bracket in front of your table. This square bracket, under the square bracket, you see the row names. You have the product code PRD1 to 6, all data, all the headers. Now I will click on all because I want all. You can choose to click on PRD2 alone, but I want to use all. Anything that look like PRD2 under bookstore 1 inventory, and I will close my square bracket back, and that is it. We have it here. Let's try it for the second time. So that now this time around, okay, equal to HLOOKUP. What is our lookup value? Then what is our table array? Master list. Now open a square bracket. Then it will give you all the columns you have under your data set. So I click on all, then close my square brackets, comma. This time around we are going for row 3, right? So let's try for the last inventory. We have equal to HLOOKUP, our lookup value PRD, comma, a table array. Remember, open your square bracket and click on all, then close it. What is our row index number? This time is 4. Then close your bracket. You can choose to add the range lookup. It's optional. So that is it. HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP is very simple. In as much you know the syntax, and you are good to go. Tomorrow we'll be looking at another function, which is index and match. Quite similar to VLOOKUP, but more useful than VLOOKUP, because VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP has their own limitation, and it's that limitation we are going to be using index and match to tackle tomorrow. So see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.